Maginness here. Sorry, Mikey. Yeah, Tom, Michael Cook, WCH, we know how much Coach Belichick appreciates and values special teams. When you were first getting interested in playing American football over here in the States, did you ever think that you would be playing for Coach Belichick?
Oh, of course not. It's pretty surreal. I think I'm not the only one who's pretty shell shocked when he first walked in the door, but um, he's such a good coach. He's such a football mind, and he just thinks of absolutely everything, stuff that I don't even think of. You know. So yeah, he's been really great to have around. Yeah.
What's been one of those just pointers that he's given you that you would not thought of?
Just like it's more even like things on like returns. Like he knows like the shape of a good punt, the shape of a shank. Like he knows where to put returners. We bring a rush. If he thinks it's the right foot of return, he's going to shank the ball. He's going to put a guy on the left. Like if he's going to get a good turnover, the ball's going to go to the right. It's just like stuff like that. It's just crazy. He's got so much to worry about in other phases, but he's just thinks of everything. It's really cool.
Hey, Frank Joshua. So I know Coach mentioned about your rugby playing like yourself. What was the challenge to transition from doing rugby playing to doing more professional football?
Yeah, well, where I trained at Pro Kick Australia, they taught us everything. I really pride myself on my spiral, my conventional, and I'd love to show that off a bit more. And I think it's such a good weapon if you're really good at both of those things. It really puts off the other team. They don't know if you're rolling right. They don't know if you're spiraling left. So if I can show at practice and show in games I can do both, I know I'm a really valuable weapon on the team.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, to go off of that a little bit, obviously Bill was just telling us that he kind of has embraced the rugby style of playing. He feels that that's a strength of yours, and he feels that you're better in that style of playing. What do you remember about some of those? And you mentioned some of the things that he kind of knows about the kicking game. But what do you remember about specifically those conversations of, we want to keep that rugby style playing? What do you kind of remember about?
Yeah, he just wants the best out of me, and he wants the best out of all the players, and we talked, and I said, I'm really valuable as a rollout guy, and if he finds that as one of my biggest strengths, he's going to, set up the formation to allow me to do that. So, yeah.
Go to Shelby.
Shelby, news observer. I'm curious. There's videos out there, for instance, of Belichick giving a long answer about the history of long snaps, that kind of thing. Have you ever had a moment like that with him, where he's just talking about the sport?
He probably has. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, like I said, he's just such a big football mind, and just so impressive how, he's really good at simplifying the complex things of football. For an idiot like me who doesn't know anything about football, it makes sense for me. So, yeah, that's most important. So.
No, West Coast. I'm curious for you when you first got here and then now. Was there like a culture shock? Like, how has it been getting acclimated in the United States from your previous home background?
Yeah, it's a lot different. It's cool. We've got Jacob Horvath, the new Aussie punter. So when I'm sick of the American language, I like to talk to him because we can share the Australian things. But no, America's awesome. I love it. Yeah, it is very similar to Australia. I can't think of much difference, but like the sport of college football is so different. Like there's nothing like this back home. And 10, 11 games left, and I'm done here. So I've got to really enjoy it. And that's been my mindset this year: is just go out there, have fun, be confident. It doesn't last forever. In a few months, I'll be in an office back home, so I got to really enjoy it.
Brian?
I'm sure you've seen some of the videos about Save American punting from all the Australians that are coming over. Why is it such a big thing in Australia? Why have so many Australians been able to come over here and really contribute in the kicking game across all levels?
Yeah, well, I guess we do all the rugby stuff a lot better over here, and we grow up kicking the footy. Americans grow up throwing it. So I've been kicking a ball since I was 2 or 3 years old. So it's a lot easier to transition to this sport, and do that for sure.
So how often did you do the rugby punting here before? And now that you're doing it pretty much exclusively, what are some of the things about it that makes it work better for you as opposed to me?
Yeah, like growing up playing AFL, that's all you do. You have to kick it to pass the ball. So I learned from that, and it's an easy skill to transition into this. I think directionally, it's definitely a benefit for me. I feel like I control the direction a lot better with the rollout. Coach Prefer, who's awesome, he talks about like extra hang time. If I'm rolling right, that's an extra, second. That allows my gunners to get down and field the ball. So it's just little things like that.
Is it a little bit more challenging to get, when people think of putting the maybe it's kind of spiral. I don't know. A couple of your punches that I ran over in, but it didn't look like the hang time was any different. Is it a little bit more of a challenge to get that spiral, or does the spiral not matter as much given the way that you get?
Yeah, like with the extra hang time you get from rolling out, it sort of cancels itself out. But yeah, I think I really pride myself on how much I've worked in the summer, strength and technique wise. I'm definitely getting the best hang time I've got this year than the last couple of seasons. I like to keep getting that even higher. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, along those very lines, coming out of last season, what did you want to try to improve on and work on over the off season? I know the numbers, in terms of the averages and things like that, wasn't where you guys wanted them. I think they were pretty low in the ACC. Like, just what was your focus on in the off season? And when you got Mike Pfeiffer here and guys like that, how did they sort of affect or change where your focus might be?
Yeah, well, like Coach Belichick and Coach Prefer really wanted to get the best out of me in terms of like scheme and showing off my skills, and I'm really like happy with what Prefer's doing. He's really good at adapting to changes, like challenges we face in the game. He's really flexible. He'll change a few things on the formation just so I can keep doing my proper routine, my proper steps, and it's allowed me to kick the ball further and higher than I have in the last few years, for sure.
We talked to you, I guess, a couple of years ago, but it was all new to you. And now this year, it's mostly new in that room, but now you're the vet. What's that kind of been like?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely the smallest room I've been a part of. We've got me, Spence, Reese, the senior guys. Then we've got Gaetano, Gannon, and Jake. The younger guys, but we're really close. We're really good, all of us, at what we do. And yeah, I've got to enjoy it. My beautiful fiance lands tomorrow. We end our 3 years long distance tomorrow, which is crazy. It's just like stuff like that. Just got to soak it up. A couple of months, it'll be the end, and wherever it takes me, it takes me. But I'm just going to give everything to Carolina because they've given everything to me. It's been a really good 3 years, and yeah, I'd love to have a great year to finish off my last season here for sure.
Another quick follow-up. I'm curious if you kind of know this already, but anything else that stands out about maybe the way that Belichick coaches who is a head coach versus.
Yeah, he just, like I said, he just thinks of everything. Practice is set up harder than it is in the game, which is a good thing. Practice, they give you the hardest looks, the best rushes. So I know that when I can go out on Saturday, I see a 5-6 man rush, I know what I've got to do. Just stuff like that. He thinks of every situation, so I know when I go out there on Saturday, I know I've faced everything that I'm going to face, so it's not a surprise.
Actually, Tommy actually reminded me when we first talked to you, you didn't know much about football. So you were going to watch it. How long do you know the game now? Do you watch other games on TV? And if you do, is it more than just a bunny? So why are they in that kind of place?
I'm not much better, to be honest. I try and keep it very simple. I just try and think about what I've got to do. Even like in the games on Saturday, I don't watch it. I just me and Spencer off the side snapping, and obviously I'm watching where the ball is. I need to know if I need a punt, or if we get a big drive and we're in plus 50, we might be field goal, we might be punting, stuff like that. I'll watch for, but I'll just I've got 100 other mates at other schools. I like to watch them and cheer them on. And in terms of the rules and stuff, if it's not related to punting or field goal, then I'm out. I don't know much. So, yeah.
I just wanted to follow up to your fiance of 3 years. Has never been here. You haven't seen her in 3 years.
Yeah, we've seen each other. It's more she's here for the rest of the season, then we'll fly home together. Yeah, she's been awesome, just sticking by, and we've been together for 6 years this year. I proposed last year, so yeah, I love having her here, and she loves the games, and she loves everything about this school as well, and yeah, it's going to be great last few games together. And yeah, it's awesome.
What's her name?
Claudia with a K.
Claudia with the game.
Yes.
What's the go-to restaurant for you?
Al's Burgers is awesome.
Good date night.
Good, yeah, great burgers. It's not an NIL deal. I'll get in trouble if I say it's not NIL. There's a lot of good places around here. If I'm feeling Ruth and Chris, I'm feeling fancy. So yeah.
Tell me last one.
How Maginness is detailing Coach Belichick. I'm curious. You taught me in return to you about
I don't think so. Yeah. It's a good question. I'll have to think about that. I don't think. No, nothing. Yeah, nothing for you. Sorry.
All right, good stuff. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, we're gonna bring up